We KKK streaming. Yeah. Hey. We like a pig. Why the fuck doesn't want to go now? Okay, welcome guys. Welcome. Good morning. Okay. Okay, we're already 3. If we're 5, I'm gonna start already. Once we hit 5 current viewers, we're currently 3. Well, not 2. So we're gonna hit between 4 and 5 already, and then I'll start. Good morning. Yo, Pek, Marijn! Okay. Oh, already one like. One right. Yes, sir. Yes. Well, we're already 4, so yeah, I guess we should start, right? So let's start with just a bit of a reminder. Hey, Picky. Yeah, just a bit of a reminder. Here's our our giveaway. We're almost at 1,000 followers on Instagram, and we're actually growing really fast also on Telegram. We're almost 200. We're gonna do the giveaway at 200 on Telegram and 1,000 on Instagram. So just a small reminder. And let's jump first into just some recap, or let's just start with a bit of on-chain data, just a little bit of on-chain analytics. Mochabo, hey, lekker bezig. Thank you, Elman. Thank you. Well, let's take a look at the net unrealized profit loss. What we usually call it on crypto, the NUPUL, right? So this is a very accurate on-chain indicator, very accurate top market cycle indicator. So we can clearly see we're growing fast, but the NUPUL, so already a lot of people, this is telling me that people are selling at a loss. They are selling Bitcoin at a loss. Why? Because now, as you guys have already heard me saying in the group, we're moving into an alt season, but I'm gonna get into that in a moment. So this is actually good to see. This for me means we're prolonging the bull cycle, the bull market. We're prolonging it. So yeah, as long as we don't get to blue, then we're set. Then we're good. I mean, once we get on the blue territory, you already see. Once we get on the blue territory right here, it means pack up and vámonos, right? So just be careful with that. I also share this in the group, but this is like a bit technical for people, so I always try to explain it like myself here on the stream, right? Because then it's way easier than only typing, because also some other people, they might not understand it, right? So yeah, you can clearly see as every bull cycle passes, this indicator gets even more accurate, right? Because Bitcoin back then, when it was like 10 cents, it was way too volatile, right? Because there was less liquidity needed to push up the price. So we can clearly see here we touched it 3 times, then 2 times, then 1 time. So here we're either gonna touch it 1 time or we're not gonna touch it. But I think of course we will touch it, right? I mean, with all this monetary system we're having here in Europe and back then in USA, I mean, it's inevitable. We're gonna go to hundreds of thousands. So yeah. But going through this, Nupal is looking beautiful. It's resetting. Nothing is changing for now. We're back on track. And let's take a look at the exchange balance. This is an indicator where it shows how many bitcoins does the exchanges have. So that could tell us, okay, if there's a lot of bitcoins going into exchanges, that would mean that people are looking into selling Bitcoin. If people sell Bitcoin, that means that the price will drop. So let's take a look at this. This is just a basic, small, and quick explanation on what this indicator is. Let's move it a bit here so we can clearly see. Yeah, I mean, this is beautiful. This is beautiful. Look how we're just dropping here. And just check this out. We're dropping like hell. And just compare this with the 2017-2019 bull run. I mean, look, we're here. Look, price-wise, we're super high. Like we're 3x up. And the supply is getting drawn. I mean, there's barely any Bitcoin to be sold. I mean, you can clearly see. I mean, Bitcoin is being barely volatile. You can clearly see it. I mean, it's moving okay, yeah, for sure, because it's way more volatile, right, than basic stock market. But we're hanging in there. I mean, it's becoming less volatile. I mean, if you see these movements, these price actions right here. I mean, look at this. So yeah, I mean, Bitcoin is being just sucked up from exchanges. I mean, there's barely any now. Just looking at this, everything is going to cold to cold storage wallets. Let's also take a look at Ethereum, because Ethereum is actually doing some really nice stuff. I mean, you can clearly see right here, right? You can clearly see on this ascending channel. I mean, we had trouble breaking it. This middle line, I forgot actually the name of this middle line, but who cares? And then once we pushed up, we went back down. Just here, you can see it on the wick. We touched it, and then we bounced back again. And now we're almost back to all-time high. We're almost there. Almost. Let me grab this. I mean, there's nothing. I mean, once we pass this, the next big resistance will be this line. And yeah, if we break this, we're going to go vertical. And if you can see now, I mean, we're already going vertical. So, but let's take a look at Ethereum. Let's see how, yeah, I mean, this is dropping as well. So, I mean, there's nobody looking for selling. I mean, and also if you check the whale alert on Twitter, I mean, people are buying massively on Ethereum. They are going ham on Ethereum. They're buying a lot. You already see institutions like Me2. I think it's called Me2 or Metos or so. I mean, Christian, correct me if I'm wrong. That Japanese, is it Japanese? Yeah, it's a Japanese business. Like a big business there. They bought shit tons of Ethereum, and on the dip they bought even more. So yeah, I mean, you can clearly see where, I mean, there's barely any Ethereum to be sold. Well, only the miners, right? The miners are the one who's fucking with us, but who cares? there won't be able to sell anymore after the EIP 1559. So yeah, let's get it. Let's go to the I don't know, the MBRV Z score. Every time we're on the red box just to collect like that, it's bad. You see, we tested it, and we went back down. You can clearly see here. That doesn't mean that was the market top cycle, right? Because once we hit it, it was 49K, but then 2 weeks later, we hit 61K. So, you know, that's why I use many indicators to have like to not only depend on one. So just to be clear, you always have to use a lot of indicators. Fundamentals is just the news, what people think about Bitcoin, right, or Ethereum, and then technical analysis. You gotta use those three and then combine them and get a consensus. You know, you will never time the top. I will never time the top. Nobody will ever time the top perfectly. Never, no one. But we can estimate where the top will be, you know. So yeah, we're getting there. I mean, we can clearly be above the bucks, right? As we have done in the past many times and all of the previous bull markets. You know, we passed the bucks, and that will be already like a warning call, like, yo, hey, maybe it's time to take some profits, right? But for now, we're good. We still have some room to grow and nothing to worry about just yet. Let's go to thermocap, one of my favorite indicators. This one actually timed the double bubble in 2013. It timed it really well. I mean, you can clearly see people already sold a lot of it here, but if you were smart and used this indicator, you wouldn't have sell it and then sold here above there on the 20x. So if you was there, I wasn't. I mean, I started right about here. I started about right about here. So yeah, but yeah, we're still far. We still have a lot of room to grow, as you see. You know, this comes back to my theory or of we're still having between 3-6 months of bull run. So everything is going good so far. Let's just keep it that way. Everything's going good so far, smoothly. We're having some bumps on the way up there, but hey, you know, no one said it was going to be easy. But as you clearly see, there's still a lot of room to grow. A lot of room to grow. Super. This one is actually whenever there's a pullback, correction. That's the keyword, correction. It times kind of the bottom. It tells you when the bottom was hit. And as you see, we didn't really have a correction. We had a pullback, just a healthy one. And yeah, I mean, it's not looking like we're going down for now. We're gonna go up, and then I don't know, maybe between the 70,000 level. I think that should be really reasonable. Just by looking at this, we had a breakout, and now we're going to push to the previous all-time high, the former all-time high, 61k. And I don't know, we should be looking for like rounded numbers. So 70k is really a rounded number. 70k, it will be difficult. It will be hard. If we surpass that level like really easy, then I will be looking to 75 or 80. But yeah, we shall see by then. Maybe we can pull up these indicators right here. Okay, it's loading. Don't fail me. Well, it's not working. Clearly not. Interesting. Okay, what do we have here? Okay, here it does work. Let me go back to, yes, now it's working. Okay, back on track. So yeah, you can clearly see with this indicator, we always touch the R1. R1 is just like the target one, right? So the R1 is always getting touched, always. You can see here, for instance, here, and last month we touched the R1. In February we touched R1, R2, and R3, and January as well, December, November, and you can clearly see here also in October. We're always gonna touch R1, and the R1 for this month is 65k. So I mean, we're set. 65k will be tapped. If 65k doesn't get tapped, trust me, we're going to 48k. Every time R1 doesn't get tapped, we're going to visit the red buttons or lines, however you want to call it. So yeah, be careful. We should be really careful. But you know, I mean, if you're already in the Telegram group, you should be already covered. You should be already warned by this. So, or I was about to warn you. Either way, you're set. And as Christian said, Meitu. Okay, yeah, that was the company that bought a shit ton of Ethereum. So yeah, watch out always, as I said in the previous stream, watch out for key psychological levels. Psychological levels, what I mean by that is rounded numbers. Whenever you see rounded numbers, watch out. You know, $1, $2, right? Just watch out. Rounded numbers are really, really aggressive. Aggressively sold out. That's the key word. Let's go to realized cap hodl waves. That's a new one I learned like 2 weeks ago or so. And this one actually tells you how many waves we have left, because you know, in a bull market we move by waves. like retail, institutional investors, governments, and this time around we're having already retail here. So we clearly see that we're already making the, here you see 3 waves, like 3 peaks, right? Another 3 peaks, 3 peaks, and here we're forming currently the second one. And between the first one and the last one are always 6-7 months, you know? So we're still having, as I said, right, between 3 and 6 months. So we really have a lot of time still to make some nice gains. So we just have to sit down, relax, buy the dips, accumulate those coins that we couldn't buy back then. Accumulate them only on pullbacks, or you can DCA dollar cost average. Okay, and the air hodl, this one is also a new one I grabbed. And yeah, as you clearly see, guys, we still have a lot of room to grow, so it's just a matter of time since we go up, but that means that we will make some huge gains. So here we can clearly see we still have time. There's nothing to worry about. Don't panic sell, and just sit back and relax and buy the dip. That's it. I mean, really, next time if it happens, if there comes a correction or something, don't worry, just tell me and I'll go through this. That's it. I mean, there's nothing really to worry about. And now everything is pumping, as you can clearly see, and Ethereum is actually dominating right now. Well, not right now, but it will be dominating this entire Q2. Ethereum will be most likely outperforming Bitcoin. So yeah, we're set. And yeah, I mean, let's go check now Bitcoin and Ethereum. Bitcoin, as I already said in the market update on Telegram, right? I mean, it's looking really nice. It already, as you see here, in the former all-time high of 21st of February, the 58k level, sorry, it tapped it, and it confirmed it as a support, and then boom, now it's shooting up again. And with Ethereum, it reclaimed here back then, it reclaimed this ascending channel as a support. It found some resistance here on the neckline of the head and shoulders, and right here as well. It claimed it as support, and now going back up and pushing up to new all-time highs. VeChain, I was able to accumulate on the last pullback here around these levels here. Yesterday we had a nice, 2 days ago we had a nice retest of the bull pennant here. This is a bullish pennant. You can calculate the moves by just doing this. You can calculate those moves, and if we break out, we're going to 11 cents. Nothing really to worry about. Koti actually had a bearish retest of the ascending triangle. These scenarios are normally bullish, but you can clearly see, as I've said in the Telegram group, right? This red box is actually a sell zone. It's a demand zone, we call it, right? So every time we get there, we get absolutely sold out. So people are really selling their Kotis in these levels right here. So that's why we see not once or twice, but we see 3 times a push down. And we managed to find support here, but we closed outside the ascending triangle, and we had a bearish retest. What could be going? I mean, 35 cents is a really strong support for Koti, but I mean, I don't know. For now, it's a bit unclear, right? Because there's barely any volume, as you can see now. Let me check here for you. See, I mean, there's barely anything. So we have to watch it really closely and check out what it does. Let's move to Algo. Yeah, Algo, as I said in the market update, right? It formed this like sort of symmetrical triangle. And it's just like a bit of accumulation zone because it had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 days in a row pushing up, and now it's just accumulating a bit more before it pushes up again. And yeah, I mean, it looks actually really nice. Then you got ADA, Cardano. Yeah, I mean, it's really boring. I mean, it looks like Ethereum 3 months ago, right? I mean, it's just looking really boring. Then let me pull up the other. Yes, see, I mean, it looks really boring, you know, because it found support, then it makes it back as a resistance and stuff, right? So it's just looking really boring. Even though they have news, right? You can see here clearly in the Coinbase Pro listing, they went 2 days in a row straight up. After that, boom, straight up, straight back down, straight. And then now they shared, I don't know who said it, Zaka, I think. They showed their roll-up plans and they went up, but now they're sitting currently at support. The thing is, the longer you test support, they get weaker. The more you test it, the weaker it gets. Same thing happens with resistance. The more you test it, the more weaker it gets. So this is actually bad. They actually need to get some momentum and start going up and making higher lows and higher highs. Let's go to one you guys ask a lot in the group, and this one is OMI. This one is OMI. I shared the graph when we were yesterday around here, I think. And it broke, surprisingly, it broke to the downside. And it actually confirmed it as a resistance. It had a bearish retest. Just exactly like Coty did, right? You can see here. It had a bearish retest. And that's actually not good. To be honest, this is not good. When this happens, this is not good. It means further continuation to the downside. What you can say here, though, is that this right here are good support lines. So imagine if it falls, you can just say, okay, here's target 1 and here's target 2 where you could be accumulating. Because many times what you see with assets, this kind of assets, you see this kind of price movement, right? Let me pull up the brush. You see this movements from here, and then from here it goes back up, right? So it doesn't go from here, but it goes like from the downside and then boom. And I've seen it a lot of times with Bitcoin, Ethereum, YFI. YFI is Yearn Finance, by the way. And it happens a lot. So this is OMI. And just watch, if you own OMI, watch these levels. This what is it? Is 0.07 and then 0.008. Those are the levels you should be watching if you're trying to accumulate. So or maybe it could have a fake out, right? Because fake outs happen all the time. So maybe it will push now back again inside and then go ballistic. So those are a couple of things you should be watching out for. Now I'm gonna go through Instagram because we had some questions there, and we're gonna go first one off with Shores. He said to talk about HOLO/HOT trading view. And let me get this out. HOT. So HOLO actually entered now like I don't know, it's a bit unclear, right? Because if you see now, we already had like a push, as we predicted it here beautifully. We had a push of a 200%. And the reasonable thing to think now actually would be to see a accumulation phase, as I stated here on this on these arrows. So the normal thing for me now would be to see HOT be in an accumulation phase till maybe, I don't know, mid of April or so. But what we can clearly see is that the accumulation phases take a little less longer to be accumulated, right? Because you see here 21st of February till, we can say here, 4th of March. So it's like, I don't know, 9-12 days or so. And then here the same thing, but then a little less longer, just like a 10 days. And then here now we could be seeing the same, but just like 7 days or so, and then shoot up again. So this is a possible scenario for HOLO. Maybe a reaccumulation phase and then shoot up once again, So this is a really possible scenario for HOLO. And now I'm gonna go, I think it's the last question. If you guys have a question, just type it down here in the comment section and I'll read it. But the last question is, how far are we from alt season? Well, if we take a look at the Bitcoin dominance, look at this. Beautiful. It broke down from this trend line, which is being respected since already back then in 2018, Let me say that one more time. 2018, and formed this really nice head and shoulders, right? And it broke down. If we get the weekly close here, you know, two more days actually. If we get the weekly close here, we might have a bearish retest and then further continuation to the downside. And what that would mean a huge alt season, This would mean actually, this would be amazing for us. And if we would also take a look at Ethereum Bitcoin valuation, of course, we see a standing broadening wedge and a diagonal resistance, which is already broken out and retested it. Let me change this to yellow and make it a bit thinner. And the diagonal resistance, we broke out from it and retested it. And now from this resistance right here, also a diagonal yellow line, we broke out. So the alt season shouldn't be far over. First, you gotta understand this. First, Ethereum will pump. Then the large caps, right? Like the Polkadot, Cardano, Binance CoinChain, all of these big guys will pump first, and then we're gonna have mid caps going, right? VeChain and all the other coins, and then small caps, right? I mostly own small caps and VeChain. So this is huge for Ethereum right now. This is really huge, and we can expect in the coming months Ethereum going really. I mean, on the Bitcoin valuation, by the way, we could be expecting it really going like 200%, and Bitcoin now, yeah, 1/3. Yeah, that would mean like almost $6,000 for Ethereum. But I know it sounds crazy, but just looking at past performances, it's really doable. But imagine, I mean, you have to see the bigger picture. If Ethereum pumps hard, altcoins will pump even harder. That's how it works. If Bitcoin pumps, Ethereum pumps harder. But when Ethereum pumps harder, it means that the other altcoins will pump even harder because the market cap is being moved from large caps to mid caps to small caps. That's how the flow works. And then all that money that has been made will go to Bitcoin once again. And then we will do that cycle one more time. And then boom, it's done, back. And then will be, another bear market for 2-3 years. I don't know. And then will be the start of the super cycle. I don't believe this is a super cycle. I do believe this cycle will be a bit longer than the other ones. But the alt season, for now, it's not really that far. It's really not that far. We have the bullish retest. Bitcoin dominance below 60 and had a nice breakout to the downside. This, it's looking nice. I mean, it's looking really nice. So, this was it, guys, I think. I think I went through all the questions. Let me guys know. Let's do a couple of questions if you have something. And I'll end up the stream right here. Let me know if you guys have any question. And thank you for watching. Let me guys know what for questions you guys have. What can I look for? And as a reminder, of course, we have to remind our followers. Follow us on Instagram. Join our Telegram page. We're sharing daily charts. Okay. Oh, Bram, regarding the flow between Bitcoins and alts, could you explain the past few months where BTC and alts seem to went hand in hand? Yeah, that's actually really... I have like a group of friends, which is actually... and we discussed this, and it's actually, I mean, from my experience, from my point of view, it's really surprisingly that happened. You know, I talked about it with some friends, and it's really surprising. That means that retail are not only interested on buying only Bitcoin, but then they are looking on other coins. And you can clearly see also Mark Cuban, one of the most famous billionaires out there, just totally skipping Bitcoin and saying that Ethereum is the most closest thing to a currency. So I think altcoins will, as a lot of people say, as a lot of big guys say, altcoins will make a lot of millionaires this year. really, because the huge demand, there's a huge demand for it. There's a really huge demand for it. And you have like Aave making really like lending stuff, you know. You have Koti introducing payments with merchants and stuff, just being like a sort of a PayPal for crypto. You have, for example, GSwap, right, being like the doorway for NFTs and gaming trading assets. So it's going to be huge. I mean, you just have to have your money put on your on one place, and you'll be set. There's a huge demand for for altcoins this time. There's really a lot of it. ICX. Yeah, ICX. I mean, I checked it. Someone said it on the group. So I think, yeah, I mean, ICX looks primed to go to all-time high. I mean, it's really a lagger like Litecoin. So yeah, it could be pushing really hard to its previous all-time high, $13. So it could be, yeah, it could be. It's a nice pick. It's a nice pick. Just like BitShares, I shared a swing trade on my group, and I think there's already a lot of people in profit, if I'm not wrong. So yeah, I mean, take a look at this. I mean, it looks sexy as fuck from here. You can clearly see we still have 800%. And when I first shared it on my Telegram, it was around here, and they are already 200% up. No, even more. So yeah, ICX looks primed to go to all-time high. And there's actually when you know that that the alt season is close, when you see shitcoins popping left and right, and boomers, of course. So yeah, just join the Telegram group and you'll see. So retail is mainly for alts due to their speculative nature and instant gains. Bitcoin, yeah, indeed, they're just going to altcoins just because of the gains, of course, right? They think, oh, 2x in 2 days, right? And of course, how can we forget the fact that the fucking TikTokers are here as well? So they all want to pump fucking Dogecoin and stuff like that. So of course they will go to altcoins. We have fucking porn stars going also for Dogecoin. So yeah, I mean, retail will go for altcoins. And also you can also see it for yourself, you know. You can think of, imagine you're having a budget of $1,000 to invest. Where will you invest it? On an asset that's already 60k, right? Or an asset that's maybe only 10 cents and it can go to $2 and make more gains than with the one with 50k. So yeah, that's what I think it's happening. And you can clearly see I'm investing like in 3 projects that have they had some delays on delivering some products, and exactly the 3 products dumped like hell just because of the delay and because of the newcomers. So people expect 2x in 2 days, and sorry, that won't happen. You know, delays happen all the time, and they gotta get used to it. But of course, because we have retail right now, I mean, they expect the 2x in 2 days. And as I said, right, the TikTok influence, the YouTube, now everyone wants to do crypto and stuff, right? So that should be also like a warning sign, because when this happened back then in 2017, they said it was a top signal. But yeah, market structure this time around is way different than before because of the corona thing, because of the federal circumstances we have in here in Europe and in the US, the money printing, of course, right? And yeah, I think that's one of the main reasons why I think personally, and some of my friends, that they think that yeah, altcoins are going to perform really well. But I mean, it's not a secret, right? We all know that altcoins will for sure outperform Bitcoin. Yeah, dumb money enters the game. Indeed, I mean, you already said it. What coins do you think has the most potential? It depends on the sector you're looking for. If you're looking for NFTs, you have a lot of coins to choose. If you're looking for DeFi, everything is DeFi right now. I mean, you can clearly see, you can see here on my right side. This is kind of almost what I own: Octo, SHR, GSwap, Kodi, VChain, ETH, Bitcoin. VROX is always here. You have to, yeah, it depends per person. What are you into now? You know, if you're going to NFTs, just go to CoinGecko and just make your own research. But more potential, yeah. I mean, it depends also on your risk tolerance. You know, if you like some risk, I'd go to like GSwap because it's like a low market cap asset, and it fluctuates really hard. You know, you have then I don't know, Ethereum that it only moves 10% up and then goes 42% down. It depends for coin. It depends, and it depends also, as I said, right, on your risk tolerance. So yeah. Well, guys, I think that was it. So, guys, don't forget to participate on our giveaway here on Telegram. Let me pop it up right now for you guys. Don't forget to participate. Join our Telegram. Oh yeah, I can't wait for the Vero X app neither. I really wait. I accumulated more today as well. I'm actually, the funny thing is, I don't know if you guys can relate, but on my bank account, I really have like 100 euros. But then on my portfolio, crypto portfolio, it's packed. Let's just say it like that, it's packed. So yeah, I'm full in crypto right now, but I will be looking in the coming months to be taking some profits. Really will be looking at that. So guys, don't forget to join our Telegram, link in the description. Don't forget to participate. Also, the link to this post is in the description. Everything is on the description down below. Please subscribe, join our Telegram, participate, and see you guys on the next time. Bye bye.